Hi guys, Jason Lucas here with Make and Do. It's been a while since I've made a video. 2017 has been an extremely crazy year for me, and so I apologize for it taking so long. I'll upload more over the next few months. And in this video, I want to show you my tiny house that I built inside of a cargo trailer. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that this is I had previously converted this cargo trailer to a camper, and basically I've completely redone it. And now it's more like I think it's more like a tiny house than it is a camper before, because it's got everything I need. I've actually been living out of it for a couple of months due to working in another state and things like that. Anyway, before I show you everything on the inside, I want to show you a couple of things on the outside and show you why I completely redid it as well. So let's go outside and take a look. So as I mentioned earlier, if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that this is the exact same cargo trailer that I had converted into a camper previously. What happened was, when I was on a trip down in Florida, I was rear-ended by some kid, and it tore up the backside of my camper. And I don't know if you saw the other one or not, but if you did, I actually had two big cargo doors right here that open like barn doors. And so anyway, you can see that that's been completely closed in. I completely took those doors off and ordered this sheet metal and basically did all the repairs myself, you know, with the help of my brother and family and all that. But anyway, once we completely redid it, I got enough insurance money to completely redo the inside. So I stripped everything out and started over from scratch. So let me show you a couple more things outside and then we'll go in. So one thing I added is this cargo door. It's not the exact same color, but it'll do. So anyway, this is where I store a lot of things. And let's see, you can see I got a few things in there. I'll show you the inside of that in a little bit. You can see down here, I actually have where my gray water comes out. I don't have any black water on this at all because I have a composting toilet. But I do have shower and sink water, and it comes out there. Exterior window. If you saw my other videos, that was there before. Here I've added a water inlet and a gas inlet. I mounted a propane tank right here on the outside, and that goes to my water heater on the inside, which I'll show you in just a little bit. And I also added this window in the door and the light right there on the exterior. And if you can see up top, I added a rooftop air conditioner. So let's go inside and take a look. All right, so again, if you saw my other videos, you know that it looks completely different now. So we have the kitchen area inside. And this is the sink we made out of one of these metal buckets. The countertop was made out of basically it's plywood with an epoxy over the top of it. And underneath is where we keep the microwave and the cooktop. And we can take the cooktop out and set it on top. And the drawers, you can see, have that slow close. We actually got the cabinets. We actually got the cabinets at IKEA and made those. We've got these cabinets here, and then we've got the cabinets down there that we made the sofa out of. And the sofa is basically the mattress on top there, or the padding on top is a 6-inch memory foam mattress that I cut to fit. And my wife made these pillows to go along the back. There's the window over there. All of this siding is basically made out of shiplap that we got at Lowe's, or Home Depot, I'm sorry. These cabinets up here, they also came from IKEA, and they were pretty easy to put together. And then I've got my little bottle opener right here. I just happened to find that on an end cap at Lowe's. And then over there we have our bed, which is a queen size bed. And also on this couch right here, it's big enough for someone who's 5'5" to sleep on. Above the queen size bed, there's it's actually a photo my wife took at one of our trips to Yellowstone. As you can see, the top, these are all LED lights. There's my air conditioning unit. We got corrugated metal across the roof, and then we also have it around the footer right here. My sheepskin rug. And this fireplace I ordered on Amazon. Now everything that you see that I'm showing you here, I'm going to put links in the description below so that you can go get any of it that you like. But this fireplace actually heats. It's an electric fireplace. It heats really good for this little space. This is my little battery or voltage monitor. It also has a couple of USB ports. Mirror, TV, PlayStation, soundbar. And my lights are actually controlled by these little toggle switches here. So that's what controls my lights. Here's my Max fan. Works really great. And then in here is my bathroom. So you can see I have a composting toilet here, and I have used this composting toilet is great. It's the most expensive thing in the whole camper. It cost close to $1,000, but it was well worth it because I didn't have to put in a black tank or anything like that. And this thing, well, you can go, I've already gone like 6 weeks on it without having to empty it, and you never smell anything. It works great. So we've got our towels hanging here. This is our water heater. All right. And then have a small closet area back here with some hang-up clothes. The water heater works really good. Haven't had any problems at all with it. So when I did my plumbing, I wanted all of my plumbing to be inside so that I wouldn't have to worry about it freezing. So let's open that. So you can see this is where my plumbing comes in. Down here I have a pump for whenever I use my 25-gallon tank, or it just comes in from behind that. You can't see it. Comes in from behind there. And then my plumbing comes in here. I wanted to have kind of like also wanted to have a little bit of a steampunk feel to it. So you can see that as my plumbing comes in, it goes into all this copper. And then down there is where it goes into the sink at the other side. And then the shower floor, if you can see the shower floor good, we actually made that. I built it out of plywood so that it would be exactly how I needed it to fit. And then we put epoxy over it, and we did like 2 or 3 coats of epoxy, and we painted in that what looks kind of like water running to the drain there. That's a coloring, painted coloring within epoxy. And then, as you can see, we have a sliding barn door here. And then behind there, we have a little pantry up top, stove, and a good sized refrigerator. Okay, so as you can see, the bed lifts up, and then I have that board that comes down to hold it up. And there's plenty of room for storing items in here. And then this slides back and forth. It actually slides further than that. It'll slide all the way over to that, to where it hits that piece of wood, if these blankets and stuff were out of the way. But it slides back and forth so I can get under it. And then over here, you can see where I have my inverter and my battery. And then down here is my fuse panel. If you can see that. And I will show you guys another video about how I did all my plumbing, my electrical, and all of that stuff. So one thing that I really want to point out about this tiny house or camper, whatever, camper conversion, whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of comments in my previous one about VOCs and how much how much gas that the products that I use were giving off. And, you know, I kind of blew it off a little bit, but a lot of those people had really valid points. You're in such a really confined space, and all the paints that you use, the stains, the insulation, the plywood, everything is giving off a little bit of fumes. And, you know, of course, government says it's safe and all that, but after you do a little bit more research, you'll see that, well, maybe I do want to make this thing as VOC free as possible. So it was important to me when I did this conversion to make this thing as VOC free as possible. So it doesn't hardly give off any chemicals. All of the paint that's on the shiplap and on the trim, it's all VOC free. The wood I used, I tried to use solid wood. I don't have hardly any plywood. I have a few pieces of plywood, but not much at all. You know, I used metal siding in certain spots, so I didn't have to use, you know, like paneling or anything like that. And even the insulation that I put in this, in the walls and the ceiling, it's VOC free too. It's actually made out of, this is what it's made out of right here. It's recycled blue jeans. And again, I'll put a link in the description for this as well. But this stuff, it's actually provided better insulation for me than that hardboard styrofoam foam that I used in the last one. That was one of the main things that was important for me, was making this as VOC free as possible. And so that's what I did. So anyway, I hope you guys like what you saw. I hope you like the tiny house. I'll do more videos over the next few weeks. I'll do a video showing you how we did this. I'll do videos on the electrical, videos on the plumbing, tips on things that worked for me and things that didn't, things I wish I'd have done differently. So I'll try to give you guys as much information as I can over the next few videos that I create. And again, sorry for it taking me so long creating a new video. I'll create more in the future, and hopefully 2018 will go much more smoother. Anyway, if you're working on a conversion, or if you're building a tiny house, you know, in something like this, or a normal tiny house, I hope it goes well for you. If you have any questions, let me know.